to the hard way on WrestlingRingPost.com. I'm Steven Diggs Jr. and this is...
I am the Quit Commander!
This is Mick. For the first time in a while, we're going to do the top 5 again.
What's that?
The top 5 wrestlers of what we're going to do now is top 5 wrestlers of the month because it became a little
so many weeks
trivial to just do one a week. It's just after every WB pay-per-view probably is when we're going to do the top 5. It makes more sense.
Because TNA, you know.
Well, TNA's in there every now and then. We'll count them, but WB's is the highlight of the month, you know. So we'll just go off that. So we'll get kick-started in with the news. And
we should actually, right before WrestleMania, we should do top 5 WrestleMania matches.
We can do that. About the Chris Brown CM Punk Twitter feud. Are you doing your jutsus from Naruto? But CM Punk has called out Chris Brown about beating women, and Chris Brown replied back about wrestlers and steroids, which apparently means he hasn't seen a CM Punk match ever.
That's because he's too busy beating women.
I guess so. I thought that's what Andy Kaufman did.
Yeah, but he did it legally.
in the ring, where it was legal. He was the intergender champion, or whatever that was. But
you said you wanted a belt buckle that real men wear, and Andy Kaufman used to wear that belt under his clothes.
But I mean, do you think it's real? Do you think it's...
Don't look at it. I'm not allowed to look at it. You don't look at it.
Do you think it's real?
Wrestling?
No!
Wrestling is real?
No. Do you think that this feud is real, or do you think this is something to do with WrestleMania?
I hope it's real because I don't want to see that at WrestleMania.
I think it's probably something real too, but it's not going to amount to anything. Big deal that the TMZ and WWE.com's covering it. They just want the free publicity. Well, that's all they care about.
Yeah, until it's revealed that Chris Brown killed Whitney Houston, and then... You heard it here first!
No, but... I guess the less talked about that subject. I think the best topic of the week is that Undertaker is going to wrestle Ball at WrestleMania. The new WWE magazine.
Hence why he cut his hair.
No, it looks like I'm Daniel Bryan now.
It's an homage to...
Yes!
Yeah, you hated
Yes!
You hated him for so long.
I'm liking him now.
You jumped the bandwagon.
But Undertaker's now wrestling bald at WrestleMania.
He's wrestling bald?
He's wrestling with baldness.
There's a new wrestler called Bald, and he's wrestling him at WrestleMania.
The new WWE magazine, it has his hair and his arms on fire, like he's some Dragon Ball Z character or something.
But if you look real close, you can tell that there's no hairline.
Mm-hmm. He needs a goatee, because of that image, he just looks like Snitsky when he shaved his head and had no goatee. I think he looked weird. He looks like a cancer patient.
I can't help but I have to look at him. He's coming after my drink.
You should have your drink out. Hold it in your hands.
Have my drink out?
Yeah,
You make it sound like...
something else is out. But anyways...
It's called catnip.
Do you think that WB is not going to let... Supposedly they're not going to let him show his baldness to the WWE universe till WrestleMania. Because they're going to let him wear that hood that he wore on Raw.
But it's kind of dumb that they hinted around to him cutting his hair. They're going to have his head covered all the way up to WrestleMania and have people kind of forget about it. When they should have just did it as a big reveal thing. After showing him, like,
people get
cut the hair.
Over it.
Well, yeah, and they showed him cutting his hair. So basically, like, he was hanging out with Brutus Beefcake when he was doing that interview. He was in the barber chair, and he's, like, talking about Triple H while he's cutting his hair. And, you know, Beefcake was talking about, you know, his spouse, Hulk Hogan. And back to the old rumors. No, but, like, I kept waiting on Raw. I'm like, take the hood off, take the hood off. I thought maybe Triple H would, like, you know...
yank on it or something?
Yeah. Because I was kind of wondering what would happen, like, you know, stuff does happen. What happens if Kane's wig gets ripped off in a match?
It's very true.
Could happen.
I seriously think, though, that WWE's really afraid that people are just going to laugh at him.
They're all going to laugh at you.
And
I'm going to laugh at him.
I know.
I've
but at
already
least
seen
waiting
the
till
picture.
WrestleMania, you've already paid the money to watch
To get laughed at?
No, you paid the money. You should
Unless they can change his character in a way that he doesn't look like Seven, which was Dustin Rhodes.
He's gonna look like that.
Yeah,
a little less white.
They need to give him some kind of other gimmick because it's not going to work that way.
He needs a beard, a goatee, something, man, because he's going to look really, really weird.
Yeah. I mean,
because he's going to look goofy.
Even if they would have went back to the biker character and he would have had, like, a goatee and wore the bandana around his head, he might have looked okay. But...
yeah, it's going to take... I mean, granted, he's not going to be here for one match and be gone till next year. But
plus, it's a dramatic because it's not like
you do that dramatic and then you don't do anything with it. You should have Triple H should have made
dramatic.
But why did Triple H make him reveal his face in order to make him do the match? Triple H agreed to the match. It's like, but I thought the point of him cutting the hair was so that he was like, I'm doing anything I can to get this match. Like I'm redoing myself.
Told it in,
but then not
or at least having he gets burnt or something and the hair burnt off, like something. But no, what I meant by dramatic is that when he cut his hair before, when he was the biker taker, he had real long hair, and he cut it short. Mm-hmm. And that was drastic enough where people were like, oh my God. Right. You're talking about going from long hair to no hair.
And supposedly he just cut it because he got tired of the long hair. That's what they said.
I mean, I don't blame him. I did the same thing, but I didn't shave my head. I mean, yeah, but your hair's never been super long.
I've had long hair. A little bit.
Yeah, but not that long.
I've had it pretty long. Down past my shoulders.
Yeah, I'm talking middle of your back and long.
Well, I wouldn't want it. Well, no reason for that. It's a little too long. But, other than that, I mean, big wrestling news, there really hasn't been too much. We're getting towards... we're getting towards WrestleMania where... The Rock and Cena have been constantly
a really big show,
bitterly going in each other's throats. Really. And I actually wonder if it's kind of real or not. I think it's kind of a work shoot. It's kind of yes and no. It's a little bit of truth. There's a little bit of
It'll be interesting to hear what Rock has to say. But do you notice
The Rock does return this week on Raw? Just to let everyone know.
But have you noticed that? And apparently, if you buy the Rock DVD at FYE, you get WrestleMania.
The new one, the one that just came out. You get last year's WrestleMania. It's a good deal.
And it's the same price as Walmart without the extra DVD. Mm-hmm. So anyway, no, have you noticed that it's always Cena that starts it? Cena says something, and then The Rock rebuttals.
Well, apparently they didn't build it up very well. Apparently this was supposed to be like that on purpose. It was supposed to be Cena's tonight, and then next week's is Rock's. They didn't explain that.
No, but
Cena comes out and says
that's how it started. The whole thing started in the first place. Was Cena was running his mouth about like him doing movies and like they were better than The Rock.
He was telling the truth.
I know, but I'm just saying that's what started it, and then it's been Cena saying something, and then The Rock shows up to like counter it. So it's all been pretty much Cena.
But I mean, I loved
it. Looks to me like they're pushing more and more towards Cena. Like at least
he's not going to be heel. He's just going to be. He's going to be love me if you want, hate me if you don't. No. That's it. Middle of the road.
Glad he can accept.
He was really on his game on Monday. Granted, the rest of Raw, Raw was like ups and downs.
What do you mean by really on his game? You mean on the mic?
He was good. He was really good.
The stuff with Eve,
I like that. I love that.
The
Hosky?
Dude, I was sitting there with my roommate watching it, and I was like, broskies before hoskies? Like, right after he said the hosky thing, and then all of a sudden they came back, like, from the commercial, and it was like, oh, Zack Ryder, like, the new thing trending now is broskies before hoskies. I was like, damn it.
But
Raw
was a little weird because we'll go into Raw for now because
Rare.
No, that show got canceled. Please,
Monday Night Rare.
Keep that to yourself.
We don't want to get sued though.
Monday Night Rare. I don't care. Vince can sue me.
We'll call it Rare.
We'll get more viewers that way.
We'll make you kiss his ass.
That's fine. So like the Cena stuff I liked. I like the stuff with Eve.
I didn't like it because the Eve thing was kind of stupid. Her all crying and everything.
I liked it.
Oh, it was retarded.
The other that didn't get us. Why
drug it out?
Why all of a sudden did Eve at the start of Raw pretty much go? Oh, I was just doing it to get more popularity. Like it seemed like a swerve. It seemed like she was actually trying to get with Cena, but now it's ended up. No, I wasn't trying to get Cena. I was just trying to be a bitch. That's what it literally seemed like out of nowhere when she said that on Raw, and Cena happened to be right beside her. Just like Ryder was just right beside them last time.
Well, it's pretty bad when she was the face. She's talking to two heels, the Bellas. And the Bellas were just kind of like, we don't want any of that.
Yeah, it was weird. They had like a reaction like, oh, well, that was odd. And then...
It was supposed to be a whole catty woman thing, like women using...
Well, the Bellas can't act. That doesn't help. Eve...
I'm not watching them for their acting.
Oh, by the way, their uniforms or whatever the hell you want to call them, whatever outfits.
Yes,
come
sir.
on, you're the outfit man. They were even better than they have been because now they cut them to shorts instead of pants. And that's even better. But
one's hotter than the other.
I didn't like the fact that there was a battle royal.
Believe it or not, they're not identical. One's hotter than the other.
I didn't like the fact that there was a battle royal to determine.
Yes.
Why? You had the Royal Rumble 3-4 weeks ago. Why? Just make Jericho the #1 contender. We all knew it was going to happen, and he had to do it he couldn't do it himself. He had to cheat and have, who the hell was it? Cody Rhodes helped him pull Big Show over. When at first he was doing the Benoit way to get Big Show, he's doing that DDT thing. But Cody's stupid.
I don't know what you speak of.
But what was the point of having...
It's all bad writing.
It's terrible.
It's basically, I think M. Night Shyamalan is their head writer. Because they start out with these great ideas that could build into something awesome, and then they just fizzle out at the end, and you're like, really? That's what all this buildup was about? Like, I couldn't have figured out 3 months ago that this is how it was gonna, like...
Yeah. It was dumb. That was dumb. That was so freaking stupid. It was a joke. It was a freaking joke. However, did you see Wade Barrett get his arm all smashed up?
Yeah, that was what I was gonna talk about. Well, not just him. Did you see how Dolph Ziggler landed on the table?
Ziggler was fine. He did. Yeah, he was playing it. He was playing on that one. You
I don't know the way he landed on the table.
He was fine. Bad. He caught himself before he hit that table.
But I think Big Show just decided he wanted to kill everybody.
Yeah, dude. He didn't just drop him. He threw him.
That's why
he tried to hit the damn announce table. If you look.
Yeah, that's why you don't do big dangerous matches like that right after a big, dangerous match, the Elimination Chamber. Half the guys were walking out holding their arms or limping.
Sure, it's
before the match.
They're still hurt.
Some of it, yeah.
I'm sure in most ways, but they're still sore as all hell.
But if they weren't, they were after that match. Like
yeah, and
because it started with Truth. Because Truth, I mean, just flat out landed on his tailbone.
Yeah.
I mean, he just landed on his tailbone, didn't catch himself.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, here comes Wade Barrett
and gets eliminated
right onto his arm.
Well, it wasn't that we didn't land on his arm yet. It's from when he landed after Ziggler was thrown at him. You know, when he hit it and then he slammed on the ground. I think he dislocated his arm.
I have no idea.
He's out for like 6 weeks. Which
way to go, Big Show.
Well, not just that. You way to go, writers. Vince McMahon apparently, who did this at the last minute. Way to go! You have a few weeks. You're trying to build to your WrestleMania, so you don't want to get guys injured. This is the weeks where you want to play it safe, and you don't have to have them wrestle. You're building to your biggest show of the year where they're going to wrestle. People are going to pay the money. Now you may have screwed who knows what Barrett's match was probably going to be. Now you ruined.
I think it was supposed to be Barrett and Orton, and I think that's why they all of a sudden changed it. And Orton's feuding with who's Orton feuding with now? It's one of the faces.
I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with Orton. I can't stand him.
Well, it happened on Raw. He got mad at somebody. It was, I think, during that match.
It was.
I don't remember.
It was terrible. Like, there were other hard falls in that match. In that Battle Royal. That Battle Royal, man, that was killing people.
You know what else was disappointing? The fact that they made a big deal that the SmackDown that was live on Tuesday was champion versus champion. We didn't just see that match a few weeks back?
Yeah, I know, exactly. I do like the SmackDowns being live, though. It had so much more urgency.
They actually talked about wanting to do that.
It's just so expensive. Apparently I've heard it's like even up to like 10 times as expensive. That's a heck of a lot of money for a show that doesn't get much ratings. And it's on Sci-Fi. Man. Granted, it's like Sci-Fi's highest rated show, but put this on here to be the highest rated show.
Yeah! Once we add monsters and
CG aliens in the background. Oh, not aliens, I'm sorry, because that'd be too Sci-Fi. CG crocodiles.
But,
and a mega shark.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad idea, battle royals, because there's very few battle royals where at least one guy doesn't get injured. And, like, if any of you guys know wrestlers out there, or you are wrestlers yourself, like, battle royals are matches that when you show up and you're like, oh, you're in a battle royal tonight, you're like, crap. Because there's just too many guys, too much stuff going on. And even if you're just working with one guy, you don't know what else is going on in the ring around you. And it's a dangerous situation. Like, it's, you know, it might be, especially if, like, it's a crap battle royal, and, like, you're out there and you don't know where everybody's at, people are getting hurt left and right, and it's a crappy battle royal to begin with, no one really cares about it, then that really, you know, blows, because you're like...
That battle royal... That was just a dumb idea. They didn't even any other idea. We already knew that Punk was going to fight Jericho. It was obvious from the start for a while now. What was the point?
Well, yeah. Why have they been building up since Jericho coming back if he's not going to take on?
So it's not like it's making it believable that he's got to fight him. We didn't need to see that. What was the point of having the Royal Rumble match then? I mean, why don't they just have Jericho go over then and win the Rumble?
Well, we should talk about the biggest news scoop that happened on Raw. So the first ever Black World Heavyweight Champion is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Ron Simmons.
Damn. Finally.
Which I thought was hilarious. They showed a damn package when they've been doing the PG thing, even though they drop it down every now and then.
Well, it should also been they didn't do it that long either. He was there for like a long time.
Yeah.
And they should have Michael Cole be like, that was vintage, like...
That's vintage Farouk.
Which, is he going in as Farouk or Ron Simmons?
He's going as Ron Simmons, but he's character Farouk. Because they say Ron Simmons?
It's funny because...
Yeah, they said Ron Simmons, but then they called him, they said when he was in WWE he was Farouk. But they skipped over the Farouk that when he was with Sonny and he was the Roman Gladiator. They went right to the Attitude Era.
But it's funny because he's in the... Well, it's Florida. And he played for the Seminoles because he's in their Hall of Fame. Remember they retired his jersey?
Right. I guess I wonder if that's why they did it in Florida. It's in Miami.
I'm thinking,
I never. It's funny they flew that one under the radar. No one caught it. He spoiled it himself on a radio show. I believe it was Monday morning. He's like, I'm getting inducted in the Hall of Fame. Tonight's the announcement or something. I think.
Well, they announced last weekend. They broke the story on WWE.com that Mil Mascaras was going in.
They still haven't said it on TV yet.
And they still haven't said it on TV. That's who we thought it was going to be.
I'm still wondering. I'm still waiting to see if it's going to be him.
I'm wondering if Del Rio will induct him in since that's his uncle.
I'm still waiting to get confirmation on that one because...
It was on their website. It was on WWE.com.
Well, I'll certainly guarantee that when they show it on Monday night, they're not going to show Mil Mascaras' interview or thing. Because, they always cut down the Hall of Fame. Like, you probably only see...
USA?
Yeah, because USA showed on Monday. They're only going to... they're only going to show the Horseman, Edge...
Well...
And then Tyson. Mike Tyson's also in the Hall of Fame. I don't think we've covered
Savage, if they haven't...
No, he's not. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Or The Rock, if that ends up happening.
No. I think they're waiting for him just to make sure that he's never coming back.
But
they're going to keep him as a crutch. Because this one's already built up so big. They're putting a couple big guys, and then you put a couple of the guys that either... Hey, they're probably actually better than a lot of the better guys, but overall popularity-wise, they're just not as known.
Well,
so
for
you
me,
can space them out.
USA can skip the Mil Mascaras stuff. I don't really care. He never was that great of a wrestler. I don't really think he speaks English.
If he does, it's probably broken. So that's probably one of the reasons why they wouldn't show it.
I mean, the one that I was like really mad about, the one that I've really wanted to see, and WWE just kind of brushed it under the rug. They didn't really advertise it that much. And I thought for sure UFC would show at least 5 seconds of it, and they skipped it completely, was when Inoki.
Oh, of course they were going to skip that one. Of course they're going to skip Antonio Inoki.
It's terrible. That was the one I was like, that's the
not
one...
surprising. If they ever show American wrestlers, do you think they're going to show a Japanese wrestler that rarely, outside
since
of real
they've started the Hall of Fame,
now?
Since they started the Hall of Fame, that's the one I was most excited about. Just because I never thought that would happen. Shawn Michaels. I knew Shawn Michaels was going in.
Edge was going to get in it. I'm just surprised he's in it already.
You know, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. So that special, I believe, airs the day after WrestleMania.
Yes, it used to be the Saturday before
live. Now, into the last hour. Now it's just going to be
now they showed.
However, USA are going to show some specials before WrestleMania this year. I believe it's the last Raw before WrestleMania. They're having a Rock Cena special for an hour. It's supposed to be just like showing different, you know, up the build up. Basically, it's going to be an hour-long build up. I think it's an hour from what I've heard. Think that's an hour-long build up of Rock and Cena.
Our band Finger Blast is going to play.
I have no idea. I'm not even in a band, so apparently I'll be in a band and got to get together and
You're the drummer of Finger Blast.
I guess I am. But
I just kind of came up with that on the spot.
I figured you did.
Finger Blast.
So, yeah.
We do. What didn't you say that you thought it'd be cool if there was a band that actually like did nothing but covers of wrestling songs?
That'd be cool.
Finger Blast, book us.
We'll go book us a wrestling convention, I guess. There could be many other people going to be booking us.
Think about all the old guys
We'll go to a
walking
wrestling
in.
convention. Yeah, we'll do all those Wrestle reunions, and we'll do all the entrances, all the songs for them.
We won't play any instruments. We'll just be like,
we'll hum it.
Yeah, like a guy will go to walk in and be like, down, 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 down.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey, if Sasuke can sing Bon Jovi, I believe that we...
But in other news, I talked about WrestleFest last week, and it came out, and apparently it really, really sucks.
Yes. And it sucks so much, they're going to put it on the 360
and the PS3, so everyone will get full suckage of it. And also, you only buy half the game at first. You only get half the wrestlers in order to get CM Punk and a bunch of the other guys. You have to spend another half from what I've heard now. This is stupid! And the game apparently is bad, and I watched the gameplay video, and I was decided I was never even going to try it unless like I got a review copy. Because when you go for a grapple, the guys just sit there for a while. And then all of a sudden a move happens.
A while?
A while. And it's bad. It looks terrible. But
no, it's pronounced terrible.
Maybe the funny
it's
thing
beyond
is
terrible. It's terrible.
Maybe the thing is that may be THQ's last WB game. So we'll never find. We'll never know. And,
well, if it ever gets put out in Japan, it'll be put out by somebody non-THQ.
That's probably Capcom.
Which in that news, THQ put up a little thing on their website that their server sucks. And if you can get on to download anything...
Good luck.
Exactly.
If you're lucky. You're lucky.
If you can get on to play any matches, then you must be really close to their server. Because they put up a little message saying that their server is crap. They know it's crap. And they're trying to fix it. All 5 employees they still have left.
Yeah, the game's only been out since November.
And it's during the AM hours because that's when they work. But they don't say if it's AM Eastern, like Central.
Oh yeah, it could be like I think THQ used to have teams in Europe. It could be London time.
Well,
or something
I was on at 12 midnight, which technically is AM.
That's very true.
And the server wasn't working. So
usually. Companies do it Eastern Standard Time between about 2 and 6, because that way even the West Coast is done, because you think the West Coast is 3 hours behind, but THQ's screwing all this stuff up, and I'm kind of looking forward to this hopefully going to EA or Capcom or Activision. I don't care who it is.
No,
I'm just curious to see.
I want EA.
I would. I mean, if I could pick one, I would pick EA, but I'd still.
Damn it! I want a realistic wrestling game.
Good luck. Well, not with them. I will say that Pro Wrestling X, the game I talked about last week, Uprising is coming out very soon, and some really cool guys at Axe Bomber Magazine were able to go meet the creator and get to see some actual gameplay footage in person. And basically, he said it just looks like basically, like I would call it an independent version of the No Mercy games. Smaller team. This is a smaller game, so it's got less moves. But right now, like he said, it's got a very solid engine, and they just got to work on it and get more and more. It's gonna have you're gonna be able to mod it. You're gonna be able to put your own custom textures in, so you're gonna be able to make, every WB guy, every WCW guy. You can change the ring colors. you can make your own rings. People just dump the texture right in. I mean, it's going to be awesome. It's going to play on the 360 controller. They have talked about possibly doing a port on the 360 as like a downloadable title. Definitely look out for that in the future.
Can you be CM Punk and snort cocaine off of a wrestler's wife's ass in the back?
I don't think it's that realistic, man. Damn. But anyways, let's go to the top 5s of the week.
Oh crap, we were doing
that? Top 5 of
Are
week.
you serious?
Yeah. I'm sorry. You should have known. You should have got my memo. Didn't you get the memo? You didn't get the memo?
My secretary didn't pass on.
I swear.
Yeah. Man, you sleep with them and they still don't give you your messages.
I know. You're just going to have to stop giving it to her. And then that way maybe...
My messages or...
Oh, well, other messages.
Error messages? What?
But,
so who wants to start?
Go ahead. What's your number 5?
You're going to be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
It's Sting.
Is it really Sting? Yeah. General Manager Sting or whatever the heck
No, he's no longer the general manager.
Oh, he's in it all now?
No. He went in blackface.
Nuh-uh.
I swear to God, dude. He was in the ring. He was in the ring with Robert Roode, Triple H, Rick Rude, $1 Million Man,
kind of
Mr. Perfect. What happens when you take 4 wrestlers, put them in a house together? They become Rick Rude or Robert Roode. Robert Roode was out there. Sting basically, they made this thing that it was going to be the last time you ever saw Sting. And he came out and he was like, Robert Roode, I want to thank you. He's like, you woke me up. And he pulls this black paint out and just starts rubbing it on his face. And he went into the Joker Sting. And he kicked Robert Roode in the gonads, the cojones. And Robert Roode's laying there and he kept talking to him. And he was like, we're going to settle this right now. And he's like, wait. He's like, we're going to settle this later. And he's like, no, wait. And he just kept going back and forth. And he walked off. And they're going to wrestle each other at the pay-per-view. Which is going to blow because Sting's going to come in, immediately win the belt off of him. And there's no point of any of these other young guys
Nah, I don't think. I don't think he's going to win.
It's TNA, man.
Well, my number 5 is the man that probably should have won the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. The way that the things went rolling by the end of that match. Santino. My God. I actually thought he was going to win there for a second. They were going to pull some weird double switch, maybe at...
Well, technically he didn't
on the live SmackDown,
Technically he didn't tap out, the Cobra did.
No. He had him in the normal part. The Cobra was on the other arm.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, we talked about that. No, but sadly, why did they job him out? Yeah. Why did they make... We're live.
Well, we're not live.
We're live.
We're live.
But why did they job him out on Raw in 1 minute? I'd have put him as number 1, even if they'd have just made him look good on Raw. If they'd have made him look good on Raw, I would have just put him as number 1, because the way that the crowd was into it, and he pinned, 2-3 guys, and it was all in succession, bang, 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 and all of a sudden Daniel Bryan is like, oh my God, whatever, this is Santino, I'm going to beat him. And it would have been funny, he could beat all these big guys that are 3 times his size, and then lose to Santino, the goof guy. That was shocking. And they ruined him on Raw. That was terrible. Why would you have him job out to Bryan? It's just dumb.
That's because they don't know how to use it.
I know. That's terrible. But we'll go on. What's your number 4?
And that's why he is my number 4.
Okay.
Because of the amazingness that was
Santino
Marella in the Elimination Chamber. For those of you who didn't see it, shame.
Watch that match. That second half, that first half was boring as sin.
If you missed
the first half of that match was good.
If you missed it,
second half of that match.
If you missed it, go on YouTube. The whole thing's on YouTube.
Please, it'll always be on YouTube. But yeah, my number 4. We'll go to Japan for this.
All right.
We'll go to. Not now, man.
I'm back.
This video is going to take a while to do that if this is going to be a live video on it. No, it's Kenta Kobashi. Teamed up with Keiji Muto in a double main event for it was first branded show. It was by New Japan, All Japan, and Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yes.
It was a benefit for the earthquake.
So first, maybe you should explain to the people who Kenta Kobashi is.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Kenta Kobashi
is the man that makes Ric Flair's chops look like.
Yes, yeah.
Done by a 5-year-old kid.
Basically, Kenta Kobashi. He's wrestled here in Ring of Honor a few times. Most notably,
wrestled your old favorite wrestler.
Yes.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Most notably for a 5-star match by Dave Meltzer, rated 5-star. One of the last ones you've seen here in a while. Him and Samoa Joe in Ring of Honor, where I think he chopped Samoa Joe, I want to say it was like 100 and something times.
And
he does a machine gun chop, so he chops you, and he waits for a second, then all of a sudden it's like chop, 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 and he just keeps doing it, and then he keeps just, and then like eventually he slows down, but he's just slapping as hard as he can.
Well, let's
and
say
he's a big guy.
The only thing I can compare it to is his chops reminded me of that one CZW video where they showed. It was like a video with...
the Weed Eater?
Yeah, where they kept hitting people with the Weed Eater.
And
that's what it reminded me of, because I've seen him hit guys so hard that blood just flies off their chest.
Dude, it was crazy. And it's great to see Kobashi at this A-game in a main event, Coach Joint show. This is a big show.
They mentioned him on the ROH, that same DVD, because Nigel McGuinness, Desmond Wolfe,
yeah.
Not even pretend that ever happened. But Nigel McGuinness is coming down, or no, it's Daniel Bryan. Is coming down for a match, and his chest is just beat red, and that was from the night before. I mean, there was just bruises all over his chest from Kobashi.
Exactly. I mean,
and he's
amazing.
A big guy.
He's like he lariated cancer out of his body. He had cancer. He's sort of a cancer survivor.
He just chopped it
into mincemeat.
He's the only male to ever have to survive ovarian cancer.
It's like a Chuck Norris line or something. What's your number 3?
Number 3. Oh, it was Santino. I messed up.
Oh my God! You complain to me all the time about that Kane goof up I had.
The names were similar.
Episodes
no, it's not that I forgot. I just had them in the wrong order.
Yeah,
I'll just move my number 4 up to number 3, which is Shima Zion.
So he's now your number 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so you made a last minute change, basically.
Yeah, well,
I did that too.
It was a mistake.
Is that for almost killing?
Yes. No, it kind of is.
No,
also,
that's terrible.
No, I'm going to talk about that. One, I've liked Shima Zion when he was. What was the name he had before?
Shima Zion?
No, he used to name in the Indies before that.
Shima Zion. He was both. The TNA just changed the letters.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Literally, it's it.
Yeah, I've liked him ever since that one documentary, the National... Was it National Geographic had on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And mostly it was about him getting into... Like, he was trying out for ROH, remember?
Right.
And I've liked him since then. But actually watching, like, TNA and the parts I can stay awake on, he's like, coming into his own. Like, basically, I could see him becoming as big as The Rock if he had the right push. Now, as far as the other dude...
He needs the right league, too.
As far as the other dude, and you'll back me...
What's that guy? His name escapes me.
Who cares?
Yeah, but it's still...
Not really. He would have been a jobber, and now he has a job.
Jesse Neal.
Yeah.
Jesse Neal?
No, Jesse Neal's the
military guy.
Yeah, no, it's not him.
Crap, what is his name then?
The guy is Jesse something.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesse, another wrestler, that's his name. Just kind of a good idea for...
Just another wrestler?
Yeah, like a Chikara
Sounds like he has that's exactly what I was
Jesse,
saying.
another character. Or another wrestler. But anyway, okay. If you are in the military, you sign up for the military, you go off to war, and you come back in a wheelchair, I don't feel sorry for you. Because...
We're not supposed to feel sorry for him, it sucked that it happened.
Exactly, it happens.
It's like a sporting injury.
Exactly.
Like a horrifying one.
Exactly. I don't feel sorry for you. Because you knew what you were getting into.
No
one's
saying
these stupid videos. Oh my God, these videos are so terrible.
Are we talking about stupid kids on YouTube?
No, I'm talking about the ones that TNA are showing with his mom. Being like, I never thought in a million years this could happen. He had such a great career, blah, blah, blah. They're terrible.
He's gonna come back. I mean, he's gonna be out for a while.
If you go out and you get a driver's license,
be
if you go out and get a driver's license and you get into a car accident and you become paralyzed, I don't feel sorry for you. Because when you went and got your license and you stepped in that car, you knew what could happen. Now, if you wake up one morning and you step out of bed and all of a sudden, like, you twist kind of weird and you end up in a wheelchair, that sucks. I'll give you a little bit of pity. Well, not pity, but I give you some understanding because, you know, that stuff doesn't happen on a regular basis. But football players, when they get paralyzed by crashing into heads, and people
it's just
are like,
a terrible accident. That's all that we're
exactly.
But you're saying so
they're trying to turn it into this.
I don't think you're complaining about the guy as much as you're complaining about how TNA is
I'm complaining about. I'm not. You know, I don't feel that I should have to like sit there and feel sympathy for a guy that should have been there for one day that will now have a job like they did with the Jesse Neal thing. Like he was on a ship and his ship like sank and his best friend that they were going to get in the wrestling business died. I don't give two craps, dude. Just have the guy come in and wrestle. I don't need that stuff.
Yeah, so people like the human interest. They're gonna build him
up.
It's
not human interest.
That's the idea.
Part story.
Interest.
It's like.
But you know that they're just gonna build him up so that he's got this triumphant return. We all know that.
Triumphant return. He's been there once.
But the thing is like, you're not. I mean, okay, it sucks the injury happened. And I think you can agree to that.
But at least this
guy. We know it
can
happen.
At least this guy's young. This guy's gonna come back, and he's got a job for TNA. Can anybody say that to Droz?
Yeah, he worked for WWE forever. Actually, he's pretty much got his medical bills paid forever.
Okay, but I'm saying that I'm sure he would trade that to step back in the ring one more time.
Well, of course, but still.
You know?
But you make this. I mean, I understand. Yeah, you make
that choice
when you go into the. You know, when you step into the ring anytime, but it's. I don't think you're complaining. It's not the guy that you're complaining about.
I don't know anything about the guy.
It's TNA. And how they're managing it, that it's like a pity party.
Yeah, and they're trying to.
The only other. Okay.
They're trying to turn it around.
They had a wrestler die. It wasn't their expense, and now they may be partially guilty. Chris Candido, remember he did that leg drop off the cage and walked down.
Yeah, but no, that was all on Candido.
No, but you don't know that. We don't know that.
What?
Who's not?
They told Candido to make sure that he kept his leg elevated so he wouldn't get a blood clot. And he wouldn't do it because he was being stubborn.
I don't know.
No,
he got a blood clot from the surgery.
Yeah, that's what they told him, to keep his leg elevated, and he wouldn't do it.
I don't know,
dude. But that came straight out of Tammy's lips. That he was being stubborn and wouldn't do it.
His leg up, but still, TNA didn't make a pity party out of that.
No, they didn't even talk about it.
Because they know, because they know that this guy's going to come back, and it's going to be a triumphant return. They're going to build him as some frickin' Superman because he survived this neck injury. But Kurt Angle hasn't survived thousands of them.
But not even that. But they're even trying to make this whole blame game thing where they're blaming Shion Zion.
No, how can you do that? That's not his fault. It wasn't like when the Miz stepped out of the way of R-Truth. If you watch the video, I mean, he did screw the move up. He didn't get the rotation. His rotation was okay.
Fell flat. No.
His rotation was okay.
No.
It wasn't like R-Truth and Miz, where Miz just literally moved out of the way.
He was like this and came straight down. There was he didn't get enough rotation.
Okay. How many times have we seen under or over-rotated?
That's what I'm saying. He either over it or undered it. But the way he landed was bad.
It was just a freak accident.
But yeah,
Edge broke he broke a guy's neck doing a move, or no, he knocked out a guy in his first match because he hit him in the head, knocked the guy out in the head.
Oh, he did more than that.
It's a freaking accident.
He caused Lita to have to get stitches.
Yeah. I mean, it's a freak accident. It
maybe more than once, if you know what I mean.
I wouldn't say that Shion Zion at all. It is honestly, he is not to blame at all. It's a freaking accident. It's no different than a football player who gets tackled and happens to hurt guy breaks a damn rib or hurts his spine. I mean, it's a freaking accident. It happens. It's like you're in a contact sport. Wrestling is a contact sport or a contact sports.
It's like
match.
In the Droz incidents, you can't blame D'Lo Brown.
No, he slipped and it happened.
Well, no. The guy that is responsible is the wrestlers before went to the back and said that the ropes were slippery from the sweat. and the guy needed to go out and wipe him off with a towel. The guy didn't feel like doing his job, and that's what happened.
But it's, you know, I mean, seriously, like, it's a freak accident. It happens. It sucks. Now, the pity party, yeah, the mother should know you're a professional wrestler. He's lucky to be at TNA anyways. That's better than most wrestlers are ever going to have in their life. But there's a chance that you can die in the ring. I mean, we know that. Especially the matches he's in. It's an X Division match. How hard would it be to do a shooting star press like the British guy did at one of the TNA, the TNA? And they, Botchamania, Matthew did the Lesnar music because it looked like Lesnar's shooting star. That guy could have broke his neck. He could have died in the ring. Well, he was pretty close, by the way. That was worse.
Well, remember the guy Phil talked about at the show that he wrestled at? The guy that tried to do the moonsault to the outside and he hit the railing and he hit the concrete and died.
Yeah.
Right at the show, died. You know, stuff happens. It is a physical.
It's a freak accident. And now there are malicious ones. We all know that there have been malicious accidents on purpose.
Vic Grimes.
New Jack pretty much trying to kill Vic Grimes.
No, come on.
Not pretty much. No, New Jack wouldn't do anything.
No, he even said in the interview, no.
No, I wouldn't kill Vic Grimes. Yeah, I tried to kill Vic Grimes. That's pretty much.
No, technically he didn't because he said in the interview that he was going to kill Vic Grimes, and he was like, I knew if I did it, if I killed him. He's like, they would have pulled that tape out and been like, he did it on purpose. And that's why he undershot it at the last minute. He's like, yeah.
All right.
But he could have.
Let's go to number 2.
You want to do your number 3?
Oh. Yes, I do. It's Keiji Muto, the Kenta Kobashi's tag partner. He did another moonsault, which, seriously, dude, like, his legs are going to explode. I mean, it's like, from here down, it's just going to shatter, you know?
The, Matt Hardy talked about, they have a thing that, you know, it's not a real thing, but a bump card. Where basically, when somebody comes to ask you to, like, if you're in an independent show, and they're like, we want you to climb, like, all the way up on this thing and dive off, you know, through, like, a table. If there's not that many people there, it's not a big show, guys will be like, I'm not going to do it. I have a bump card, and I'm not taking a bump off my bump card. Bump card is basically you have so many big bumps that you can take until you have to retire, like Edge. And you don't want to take one off for no reason.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So basically, like...
You do got a limited shelf life.
I don't know how many more bumps that Keiji Muto has,
especially on something like a moonsault. I mean, that's why Liger stopped doing his shooting star press, because his legs and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the reason that Muta became Keiji Muto, one of the big reasons is because of his knees.
Yeah, because he wanted to work a different style, a slower, less physical style. But then, you know, the funny thing is, then he came up with the Shining Wizard, which is just granted, that was more show, though. It's not like he's really like...
Have you ever seen the interview where he invented the shooting star?
You mean the Shining Wizard?
No, the Shining Wizard. Okay, he was going to go for a move. And he was standing there, and the guy was taking too long to get up.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I'm just going to run straight at him. And, like, he just, you know, in his head, right then and there, like, came up with the Shining Wizard. Mm-hmm. And it was just because the guy was taking too long to get up. It's like, Jake the Snake. Do you know how he invented the DDT?
Well, I know that was by an accident.
Yeah, he was in a match, and he started to fall, and he just grabbed the guy, and the guy went with it. And the fans went crazy, and the guy was like, hey... He's like, you got to do that move every night. He's like, I've never seen fans go nuts for a single move.
Yeah.
And that's when Jake was like, how do I figure out how to do this without hurting somebody?
I have figured out how they do that, though.
Well, yeah, but Ricky
Steamboat. The head slides through.
But Ricky Steamboat did.
Yeah, that was bad. He on the concrete,
main event,
concrete, flat out. He had.
He's like, if I do that, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh, I'll get my hands up.
Jake Roberts had to like all his might to pick him up, man. A guy like Steamboat's body weight trying to pick him up dead weights.
That's why I think Jerry Lynn's best match ever was the one with Rob Van Dam, where he was knocked out for half the match, and Rob Van Dam was just carrying him around like a puppet. Best Jerry Lynn match ever. It was also the first episode of ECW on TNA.
Mm-hmm. What's your number 2?
Well, it's Brown, and
your number 2 wrestler of the week.
It hasn't changed in like.
Well, I know one's your Punk then. So who's your number 2?
It hasn't changed.
I can't remember who number 2 was. Oh, it's Chris Jericho. Why Chris Jericho?
Dude, Elimination Chamber. Well, that was genius. He's the first person to escape the Elimination Chamber. And then the next night, he goes and becomes #1 contender.
Yeah, but... Nah.
Also using this. It's genius. I'm still waiting for
He
that.
didn't escape it on purpose. He got hit in the head.
But he got out.
And he didn't even win the Royal Rumble as much as Cody Rhodes won it for him. It's like,
Wait a minute.
when Hogan...
What? He didn't win the Royal Rumble?
Well, I'm sorry. The Battle Royal. Whatever.
Or did he win?
No. Sheamus won the Rumble.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, see? See?
No, so, alright. I'll still give you that.
Talk about me not remembering stuff. What?
You ask me my number 2?
I didn't remember. Who is... I smelt your number 2. Who is your...
It's Triple H.
Number 2. What?
Yeah, Triple H.
Okay, I remember you told me, when I put Triple H, you said Triple H would never be on your top 5 list.
Well, then we're in for some surprises today. So Triple H is number 2. It's just I like the whole Triple H Undertaker thing that's been going on.
It was okay.
I like that Triple H has been turning Undertaker down, the reverse opposites of the Shawn Michaels Undertaker.
Because it's good, it's bad for business.
It is. It makes sense.
It's bad for business.
He doesn't want to put him down. Put old Yeller down.
I don't want to do it. We're last of a breed.
I disagree with that statement part.
No, here's what I didn't understand.
Come on, there's other guys that still like.
No, actually, if you think about it, if you think about it,
there's other guys.
The Attitude Era. There's nobody left from the Attitude Era.
It's not the Attitude Era he's necessarily talking about.
Yes, that's exactly what he's
he referenced 2 weeks ago. He talked about them like going on tours and
but
regional stuff and territories.
Well,
and
they're
all
also
that stuff.
last of the guys from the territories.
And Triple H wasn't really from the territories. Triple H was WCW.
No, he did matches before that.
Yeah, well,
he did independent stuff.
So did CM Punk, but that's not a territory. Yeah, territories are way back. Undertaker, yes.
Those two guys were like two of the guys when the Attitude Era.
The older generation, sure.
Yeah, they're the last two really there.
Oh, Mark Henry's still there. Big Show's still there.
But who cares? Nobody cares that they're there.
Well, apparently not.
Here's what I didn't understand. When Shawn Michaels came out and he asked Triple H to look him in the eye, and he's like, look me in the eye.
How can you do that? Shawn Michaels has got 2 eyes that go in different directions.
He said eye. He didn't say eyes.
Which eye? The
good one.
The good one?
So, he was like, look me in the eye. He's like, are you going to tell me something about, like, are you going to answer me, about, like, this match? And he's like, no. So what was he saying no to? No that he wasn't going to wrestle Undertaker, or no he wasn't going to answer Shawn, like... I haven't figured that one out yet.
Alright, so let's go to your CM Punk as number 1.
Woo! Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, well, you already ruined it by saying it's been the same thing for the last month.
Yes, because...
It's only been 1 month. That's the last time we did one.
No, but he's been on there for a while.
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber, he survived. He took on 5 guys. And he walked out the champion. And then Monday night, he pretty much kicked ass. Boosted asses.
Sure. Alright. Number 1. Number 1.
And this is where you put on Cena. Let's see it.
It's John Laurinaitis. No. It's John Cena.
No.
It is. I knew it was going to happen eventually.
No.
We all knew it was going to happen.
No way, dude. If
John Cena's number 1.
If anyone carried that match, it was Kane.
No, the match was okay.
The ambulance match. The ambulance. I don't know if...
I like how the ambulance didn't go right away. It just stayed there. And I think that, the guy didn't get the cue or something. He just sat there. And they're like, dude, the match is over. His music's playing. You should leave
It might
now.
have been that they were checking to see if Kane was okay, because I swear to God, if you listen to that, as soon as he gives him the attitude adjustment...
Yeah, but you couldn't even see that side doing
You couldn't, but as soon as he gives him the attitude adjustment, and he's falling, I don't know if it was his hand or his head hit the ambulance. Because
it's probably his hand.
Cena went like
it didn't
this.
look like his hand.
Cena went like this, and all of a sudden you heard. I was like, oh man! But the angle was hard to tell what it was.
Yeah, that angle was really far away, and it was on the other side of the arena. It was like they just on purpose like zoomed in from the complete opposite corner so that they didn't have to show any part of the mat or whatever the heck it was.
The coolest
bunch of tables, kind of like they did, you know.
I have to give out an honorable mention. The Zack Ryder one in the wheelchair.
Oh, that was the Jackass skit.
Yeah, but I hope they practiced that a bunch because that looked evil.
Yeah, because you know what's weird? Yeah, when he put his legs down, he could have caught his leg. I was thinking about that too, because when he landed, that could have been really bad.
Yeah, he easily could have broken
his legs. It wasn't like
there
was a mat really there or anything.
There wasn't anything.
He hit the ground.
Yeah. I think what he was trying to do...
We kept his legs up, because that's what you want to do in his wheels so you don't get caught under
But also, I think he was trying to get the part where you put your feet to hit first.
Yeah.
And that way he could like kind of land on his feet and
and just kind of roll through it. Yeah. That's what I think so too.
So that's why it looked terrible because it looked like, oh my god, he's going to get hurt really bad, but I think he knew what he was doing. Like the fact that he put his legs out, I think was to try and get that down and hit so that he could roll through it.
Right.
But when you see it, you're just like, oh my god, he's going to break his legs because he's coming down on his legs like... Yeah.
It's still a weird fall, especially it's a wrestling.
Dude,
it's a wrestler doing it. It's like no one trains as a wrestler to. All right, today in class you're gonna learn how to take a bump out of a wheelchair off a 10-foot.
It's like what Jim Ross? How do you learn to fall off a 20-foot ladder? Well, it was a lot better than.
It's really weird.
Then you go ahead and get in the ambulance. You sitting down? Okay.
There's the script.
Go, Kane, go.
There's the script.
It was way better than that.
Bad.
You know, like, you need that.
I'll sit it there. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Whoa!
But no. Oh, we're going 3D now?
Oh, no,
3D.
that's me doing Zack Ryder.
Oh! Oh!
I did better, but I don't think you can do it as good as mine.
You thought I was going to go. No, man, Cena deserved it after that Rock speech. He deserved it, man. That was 100% honest, I think. He's seriously, he's being honest. Dude, it is, you gotta think about it.
Terrible.
The only thing that's kind of weird is, okay, you know he said that The Rock leaves movies and then comes back. The only thing that I'm not 100% sure if he is right is, didn't Cena leave for a while to film The Marine?
But he was supposed to be injured.
But he did come back.
And I like how he talked about...
But he did come back. I'll give him that.
I like how he talked about...
it's honest. Cena's not going to leave for Hollywood. Cena's a wrestler.
Because Hollywood...
I also like how he dropped to the pro wrestler line.
You're wrong.
I loved how he dropped to the pro wrestler line. I loved it.
You're wrong.
No.
You're wrong. Cena, it's not Cena's choice. Hollywood does not want John Cena.
You don't know that.
Because his acting...
all over the news.
His acting
and The Rock
is as entertaining as his wrestling.
Look how good, though. Look at The Rock's first couple movies.
Yeah, but the difference is they saw potential. And they were like, we're going to put The Rock in movies. They don't want to do that with Cena.
Cena could be like
he only does WWE movies. He hasn't done anything outside WWE.
Because he doesn't need to.
Because he's terrible.
No, I think it's because he doesn't want to. No, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be the next action star.
No, it's the complete opposite.
It's exactly what he said. No, it's exactly what he said in the segment. He said, "I'm here to be a wrestler. I'm sure I would like to
now because you tried the Hollywood thing and they didn't want you. I could sit here right now and be like, I'm not going to go off and do movies. I'm going to stay here and do this show because I love this show and I would never leave you guys. I can say that because there's nobody over there giving me a job. It's easy to say that.
We don't know that. We don't know if he did or not. Maybe he did get an offer.
No, dude, nobody wants Cena.
Oh, come on.
He was in
worse movies with Kurt Angle in them.
Well, at least he's working.
Exactly.
At least he's working. But the only offer he ever got was Nickelodeon because everybody's like, oh, the only who wants to see John Cena is teenagers. And it's true.
I don't know.
He's got no market outside of
bad. He's not that bad. We need to have a whole episode.
He's terrible.
We need to have the John Cena debate.
We need to.
We need to.
We need to wake you up. It should be called the John Cena intervention.
No, seriously, we should really...
The reason they call this movie 12 rounds is because the only way you can watch that movie is if you've done 12 rounds. You're going to sit there and you're going to be like...
You know what?
Oh, you lovable shot.
Next week.
What? Watch 12 rounds? No, thank you.
No. Me and you, we'll just debate John Cena. We'll make a whole episode out of that. Me and you, come on.
There's nothing left to say.
No.
It's so easy.
Come on.
It's so easy for Michael Jordan. Listen, it's so easy for Michael Jordan to be like, I'm going to retire from basketball. I want to go try my hand at baseball. And he sucked at baseball. And then he came back and was like, I would never leave basketball. Basketball is what I love with my heart. Because nobody wanted you.
Yeah,
that's what John Cena is doing.
He wasn't that bad at baseball.
So what?
The minors.
Dude, how many people... Ozzy Canseco hit a couple home runs. MC Hammer hit a couple home runs. It don't mean crap.
Okay, come on, seriously. Cena's not as bad as you said. You also said a couple weeks ago. No, you said a couple weeks ago on this show that he's a decent talker on the mic.
That's it.
So what was Sunday about?
Him needing to be changed because he's a broken record. I keep hearing the same thing.
That was a good speech.
What? The same thing
Punk says shit like that every week. CM Punk says stuff like that
At least he throws something new in there.
Week. No, he doesn't.
All Cena's been talking about is, well, The Rock said that I'm going to come back, and then he leaves. And he does movies. It's bitter, dude. And then he brought up the same stuff he talked about on Twitter about, like, his writer, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a crap, dude?
It's
Come
working,
up with something
man.
new.
It's working.
It isn't.
It's working. It's working. Cena
says Daniel Bryan's stunt double.
He's gonna win next week. On WrestleMania.
Who? Daniel Bryan?
Cena. Cena's gonna win.
Well, then we're right.
Well, you know what? Then we're
that's when the Mexicans.
Next week.
He's gonna get stabbed and lose his other kid.
Next week. Our debate on John Cena. I'm serious.
No, because I'm not wasting our valuable time on
no one
John
else watches
Cena.
it. We might as well complain about something we
I don't care.
Complain about. Come on.
I'm not wasting time on John Cena. I'm not. He's not worth it.
He's anti-John. You're anti-John Cena.
I am not anti-John Cena.
Yes,
I just don't get it.
I don't think you just don't like him. Like, you've never liked him.
I've never liked him because
he
he's
can come out
terrible.
next week and do the greatest thing ever and wrestle,
retire
and wrestle. No,
and
he
retire.
Can wrestle a 5-star match, and you would be like, "See, you can't even say that.
He can't even wrestle a 1-star match.
Yes, he can.
Oh my God, dude!
The Kane match was better than a 1-star match.
Oh my
The
God!
Rock Cena match, unless somehow like someone breaks their leg in the middle of the match, is going to be better than a 1-star match.
Okay. Here's my imitation of John Cena. Okay? You're Daniel Bryan, you just won the world title, and you're celebrating. Oh! I want to come out! It's awesome that you won the belt! Oh, but now that you're here, out of my way, I have stuff to talk about. He's a scene stealer.
No.
He can't let anybody else have the scene whatsoever. He's constantly got to be in there. Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder started getting a push. Why was he getting the push? Because I'm John Cena, and I'm the one pushing him. It's because of me. Now I'm going to be here. Oh, look, I'm going to take your woman. I'm going to be a jerk. Ha, ha, ha.
He wasn't a jerk. That was Eve being a dirty skank.
That's how they turned it.
No.
That's not how it happened.
No. Cena did not accept. No. Eve jumped him.
Oh, yeah. He was. I saw how much he was pushing her away. And he didn't smile afterwards. He didn't enjoy it.
Oh, come on. He didn't.
He can do no wrong. Come on. That's what makes me pissed.
You know what? I'm going to turn this...
Oh, John Cena, I can do
next
no
week.
wrong.
This is turning into a John Cena show.
No, it isn't.
It will.
I'll
bring it up. I'll bring John Cena news up.
The only news I want to hear is that John Cena learn a new move.
All right, well, maybe he does.
Learn one more move.
All right, we'll see. Well, I'm going to catalog his moves on Raw, and then I'll tell you. Check out
I can catalog
next week.
I can catalog his moves right now. He's got that elbow. He's got the 5-knuckle shuffle. He's got the attitude adjustment. He's got the ankle lock, the ST, whatever the crap
I don't know
you
what
want to call
it now. I think this is STF.
Let's see, shoulder block, because it's the 5 moves of doom, which he threw 1 extra in there.
He's got more. He's got the protoplex. He does the top rope 5-knuckle shuffle.
Oh my God! You cannot do a top rope version of a move you're already doing and call that another move.
Yes, you can. That is a different move. That is a different move.
Dude, if you're laying there and I do an elbow drop, and I do an off-the-top elbow drop, there's the same move.
He does that,
he sells
Fisherman Buster kind of
What does he sell?
He sells
What does he sell? To who?
To lots of those guys.
Yeah.
He has been recently.
If you're here, he ain't doing shit for you.
Oh, that's what they tell him to do, and you know damn well.
They told him to go out there and take every one of the Nexus's finishing moves and get right back up.
He didn't get right back
The
up.
crap he didn't. Watch that match. They build all that up, and it's him against all the Nexus guys, and each one does their move, and he just...
But you think that
Right back
Cena
up.
behind the scenes going, I need to get right back up?
Yes.
No, it's the writers.
Bull
It's
crap,
Vince.
dude.
Vince is protecting
It's
him.
half and half.
Vince
It's
likes
Brock
him.
Lesnar in UFC. He's got the head. He got the big head because all those years he thought everybody's cheering for me because they piped in the sounds. He thought everybody loved him. And now he's getting a reality check. And I think it's bringing him back down where he's like, well, like the whole, I'm going to come out and like, I'm going to embrace, like, there's people that don't like me, blah, blah, blah. Cena a year and a half ago to 2 years ago would not have done that. And it's not the writing. It's all him. I think he got an inflated ego because he thought he was hot shit for all those years. They kept giving him the belt constantly. Here, you're going to have the belt. We're going to give it to this guy, and then we're going to give it back to you. Like, you know damn well after WrestleMania, he's getting the belt.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I'm sure.
It's retarded. It's just bad.
All right, well, we'll cut this off for this week. Well,
Come here!
stay in tune for next week.
Don't do drugs.